Check this out. 1, 2, 3, in the place to be.
Let it rock. That feeling. My calculations are correct. Your finger should be making its way to the volume button. Go ahead. Don't worry, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. Well, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, people of all ages, welcome to the weekly installment of The Smoke Pit. I am one of the hosts, Mac, aka your boy.
And this is the other half, Brother King, Matus Kelvin Cayley. I hope everybody out there is doing well, doing wonderful, having a good weekend. Shout out to Dat Feeling Podcast Network, the DFPN. If you search Dat Feeling Podcast on any of your streaming platforms, you will be able to connect it to a plethora of dope-ass podcasts. Oh, real quick, we will be launching a Patreon with exclusive shows to it. So stand by for that. We're going to be hosting some shows on Patreon. We're making that move as well. Man, dude, we got so much shit going on. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how much shit we got going on.
It's busy man.
We got Patreon coming. We got merch coming. Dude, it's crazy, man. Like, to think a year ago, we all set out on a journey, just talking to each other, and where we've come in a year is amazing. It's really amazing. I was looking at my feed the other day, like the podcast feed.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I put out my first podcast in July of last year. In July of this year, it's like we're on the network and the network's starting to flourish, and everybody's making all these moves, and just to see where this shit is taking us. We have 500 members in this group, you know what I mean? And people are active participants, you know?
I know.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I was telling them how much I like it, like, cause even when shit like is fucked up some days and you just be pissed, you know, you just fuck around, come in here, look in the group, and it be some hilarity that is being ensued in there.
Yeah.
And it just makes you laugh and be like, you know, shit ain't all that bad, man. Let me get in here and stir the pot a little bit. See what happens.
I was like, you know what? I'm about to post an unpopular opinion. Click. Like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, go.
Yeah. I'm gonna just post this and put my phone down right quick. See what happens. But nah, for real, from the bottom of my hearts, man. Thank you guys for joining up and kind of picking up what we're trying to put out there. Just having everybody come together and just like random ass conversations. Like I'll tell you this. Group, like me and my wife will come up with some stuff. Like half the stuff I put a poll in there for, it's stuff that me and Apple be having debates about, and I'd be like, "Nah, watch." Bloop, throw it in the group. Like, told you everybody like Mariah Carey over Celine Dion. It'd be shit like that. So y'all be settling disputes in the McCoy household. I appreciate that.
Arguments.
Put it in the group.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing that from now on.
Bro, I'm telling you. Cause like she was scared to post shit in the group. And I was like, if you don't post it in the group, I'm gonna post it in the group, but I'm gonna persuade people to vote for me. So then she just started throwing shit in the group too. Cause she want unbiased opinions and shit. But it's all good, man.
Oh man.
But yeah, so y'all knew this was coming. Yep. 90's Male Solo R&B Sweet 16. And there were some heavy hitters on here, some crowd favorites. Some people were questioning why some of the people were on here seated where they are. But I would say this one was harder in general. Like the other ones got harder at a certain point when you came down to like the final four or certain matchups. This one was hard like from the jump, first round, and I got a couple of.
You know what? I like the seeding. I really like the seeding. The only thing I probably would have wanted out of this whole bracket, I wanted D'Angelo to go up against R. Kelly because I really wanted to get R. Kelly the fuck out of there in the first round. I really did.
I was thinking about that. Like some of these dudes you can consider like old school 90s R&B, like did shit in the 80s, rolled into the 90s. And then you have like your late 90s bloomers, like who came out 95 and on. You know what I'm saying? They had them pair against each other. But the seating wasn't too bad. I think it worked out kind of fine.
No, it did. It was fine. It was ultimately it was fine. I was fine with it.
All right. Cool. Let's see if we can bring up the brackets. Where's my bracket? Oh, it's because the other tab is up. Yeah. Here we go. All right. I was about to share.
Oh, shout out to while we waiting. Shout out to everybody that listened to the playlist that I made beforehand. So if you listened to it, shout out to y'all.
You know, before we do the next like music bracket, because low key, when I asked everybody their favorite soundtrack, I've been taking a toll of what soundtracks were named, and I'm gonna get like the top 16, and then I'm gonna seed them, and we'll do a soundtrack bracket. So, and then once I get the names of the soundtracks we're putting on there, we'll just do create another playlist on Spotify or something like that, so people can listen to it, and because this was an actual good idea. I'm mad you posted it late though.
You know what? I was actually working on it last night because I had finished listening to everything. I was like, I wrote down the songs. Like, if I was to start listening, like what songs that I wanted to compare to each other. So that's how I came up with it. And then it took me all day to put the playlist together.
Cool. All right. So what side you want to start on? I'll let you pick a side.
Let's start on the right side.
The right?
Because I feel like the left side is savage.
It is. It was vicious.
That left side is. Oh yeah, it's vicious. It's
the
bad.
hitters was over there.
It was bad.
The hitters was over there.
Yeah, let's start over here. Here's easier.
Damn, here you go right off the bat. Give me a reason not to have R. Kelly win.
Oh, you didn't see that? I was like, give me one reason.
And my man countered with Luther. I don't know, man. Luther ain't fared so well in my shit, bro. He ain't go as far as y'all thought he might have went on mine. All right, so we want to start at the bottom and work our way up.
No, let's start at the top.
All right.
Let's start at the top because, yeah, people gonna be hurt.
All right.
So
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Keith Sweat and Case. Let me preface with this. We had a 90s R&B female group, and I was complaining about T-Boz and how she sang. How she sounded like she did not want to be there. How she could not hit notes. Yada yada. If you want to hear the full rant, it's on the podcast, ladies. 90s R&B. Black doubled down on that, and he was just like, she's the female Keith Sweat. And I was just like, is she though? Like, during the moment, it made sense.
Yes.
But then I went and listened to Keith Sweat, his body of work in the 90s. And I was just like, huh. Huh. I don't think Keith Sweat can sing.
Keith Sweat can't sing. I've been trying to tell people this shit. Keith Sweat sounds like the snotty-nosed little kid on the playground. Like, if you don't get me your lollipop, I'm gonna go tell the teacher on you. Man, get your dumb ass out of here, Keith Sweat. Nobody care about your ass. Get the fuck out of here with that put. Who gonna love you like me, mommy? Nobody. Sound like you got a goddamn cold every time you sing it. I never liked Keith Sweat. I'm just let this be known.
I want to know, why was he as popular as he was? That's what I want to know. Because I don't understand it.
Because he begged on every song. Like, begging back then was the shit. It really was. Like, if you begged a girl, like, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please, if you did that shit, for some reason, that shit was attractive. In, like, the late 90s to, like, the early 90s, late 80s, that shit was attractive.
But I mean,
as hell, for some reason.
He was releasing albums with that voice. When you had people like Brian McKnight releasing albums, Johnny Gill releasing albums. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keith Sweat, like, first of all, is that his real name? Should I Google what his real name is? That's not
I don't think that's his, I hope that's not his
Somebody in the comments, look that up for me real quick. Because first of all, if that's the name he picked because he was like, yeah, it's like Sweat from like making love to women and yeah, but that's your voice?
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't know one lady who
don't register
sexy. Like, I don't think I could play a Keith Sweat song and then like expect sex. You know? Like it would just
right. Like what
Aww.
about that shit is attractive?
Nothing. To me.
I don't know.
Like when I first listed it, like, cause just based off of sales and stuff, like I'm saying, I don't understand how Keith Sweat shit was going like platinum and shit. Like, what else? Was there no other music? Like, I don't understand what was happening. And when I did the CD,
no. So early Keith Sweat, maybe. Like by the time he got to Nobody, like he was trendy at that point. He was trying to keep up with a trend. But early Keith Sweat, I could honestly see how he was so successful. I really could. Because he was a different breed than what was popular around that time. You know what I mean? He was different.
Right. My homegirl
Melanie. But by the time
like,
you got to
class of '92
right,
here, I love
it was
Keith
the
Sweat. It was the begging. She says she likes the begging.
Yeah, definitely.
But like all the songs though?
All of them. He did that shit. Like early Keith Sweat was a heavy beggar. Like if you watch New Jack City, like there's one scene in New Jack City I absolutely hate, and it was the wedding scene. Because it was just, why are you doing this shit at a wedding? You know
what
I mean?
Like Keith Sweat to sing
even young me was like, young me was looking at Keith Sweat at the wedding, going like, "This is awkward. This is mad awkward." Like I wouldn't want nobody singing that shit at my wedding.
His voice ain't
like
it.
You've made it. You've got it. You don't have to beg no more.
His voice.
You're legally obligated to have it.
And when I first did the bracket, I assumed he was going to move on. And this was just basing it off of late 90s Keith Sweat, like mid to late 90s Keith Sweat, where he was still trying to do the like, it's not it, bro. Then I listen to Case, and I'm just like, yo, Case?
No.
Case could sing better than Keith Sweat.
Case can sing better than Keith Sweat. Now, the content kind of was the same, but based on the fact that his vocal skill was higher than Keith Sweat, I had him winning. Because I really did like Happily Ever After.
That was the one with Beyonce in the video?
Yeah. Yeah. Happily Ever After was my joint.
Faded Pictures, Touch Me, Tease Me.
Yep. Missing You.
Oh my God. Run around, I thought you passed me. Playing tricks on me cause you fade away. How could I be so damn demanding? But I remember the first song I heard him was that Touch Me, Tease Me with Foxy Brown in it. And I was just like, oh, this that shit.
Hell yeah. This kid's going places.
He didn't really go anywhere. I think he faded off after singing the hook on Ja Rule's shit.
Yeah, he did.
You do what I do. Everybody that be living it up. I was like, it's over, bro. But yeah, I had Case moving on. Hey, what up, Cal? I be trying to sing, bro. Hey, wait till we get to that left side, Cal. Wait till we get to that left side. I'm gonna hit y'all with all the vocals.
Oh yeah, this left side. Hey, I don't want to hear no negative comments when we get to this left side. Actually, once we get to Babyface D'Angelo, y'all might as well just expect that shit. Expect it, cause I'm gonna be singing. Y'all lucky I ain't got a body.
Up the songs and play them joints, a snippet. So yeah, I had Case moving on. Keith Sweat ain't make it, bro. Like I just didn't.
Yeah, I have Case too.
All right, cool. This next one I was hyped for, cause like I just finished listening to Usher and I posted in the group, listen to that Confessions album, but Confessions was in 2000. So for Usher, all we had was he had 2 albums.
I don't give a shit. I'll just say that. I'll just say that because I will say the last bracket got me in trouble because I stuck the 90s tag on them, and people got eliminated and people got pissed. So my thing going into this bracket, it says 90s, but I kind of disregarded that. So Confessions made the cut for me.
Yep, because early 2000s when Usher dropped 8701, rolled into Confessions, and I was just like, yo, this motherfucker he's on fire. Yeah. He's on fire.
Yeah. You gotta roll with 8701 through at least Here I Stand, or whatever that album was when he had Moving Mountains on.
Oh my God. That shit had me singing like I wish I was in the rain and the wind was blowing and I had a button-up shirt that wasn't buttoned.
Man, do you know how uncoordinated I was? I was up in this bitch pop locking like a motherfucker. I was like, I ain't got not a damn move on me. And I'm up in this bitch trying to sing all the way in the shower. Pop lock my way all the way in the shower.
So, I mean, even those 2 albums Usher had in the 90s, they were in. Like when he dropped My Way, the joint that had Nice and Slow, My Way, Slow Dance with Monica, what's that other joint he had with JD? I forget. But I listened to that album alone, and low-key, his first album had Sleepers on it too. Now, John B.
Oh, the self-titled Usher album?
Yep.
Yeah.
John B had some hits. I ain't gonna lie. John B, he was like the fresh new face, I guess. I didn't really like him because he had like better hair than me. Like his lineup was like better than mine at the time. He had the chin strap.
John B was fresh to the motherfucker.
Bro, clean. I saw his video. I was like, oh, that's John? I thought he was a brother. But he dropped the Don't Listen To. Don't listen to what people say they don't know about. But after, because he has, I think that was on Cool Relax. That was the only album. He had 2 albums.
Yeah, it was. That one, and he had one with Pac on it.
Oh, Are You Still Down?
Are You Still Down?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had that joint on there too. Yeah. I think Pac kind of low-key fucked that song up, though.
He did. Like, it was...
Low-key.
You didn't need Pac on there, bro. But I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a buzz.
Yeah, John was singing his ass off, and Pac was like, "See your eyes, I could see it in your eyes." Nah, Pac, we don't need
Pac, calm down.
Right here. We don't need you right there.
You acting very Diddy-ish right now, Pac. I thought you didn't like all that shit. Yeah, I had Usher moving on, bro.
Right?
I had Usher moving on.
Yeah, I had Usher.
All right.
I agree. I agree with Kel. John could actually sing. John was a cold motherfucker. In the grand scheme of things, John was cold. He was cold as shit. But
he was
colder than Usher?
Nah, and low key a little part of that played into where's John B now compared to I know Usher's still out here, so
shit. Usher had a album with Zaytoven that I was banging.
I know. John had
that shit has some slap in it.
John had his run, but he didn't have enough to beat Usher. He had enough firepower. Now this one
out there looking like Adam Sandler now.
Is he?
Yeah. Have you seen the recent picture of him? That hairline gone, bud. That hairline left him in like 04.
Good. Get with the rest of us. You had your time. You had your time, John. Join the rest of us. Struggling over here. Now, Tevin and Joe, can I just be honest? I've never been a fan of Joe. Like, he's known for songs that are like, it's almost like he whines, but he whines better than Keith Sweat.
Exactly.
Like, I was listening to Joe, and it's like, all your songs are love songs? Like, you ain't got no switch up? Like, I get it, that's your bag, but what else are you bringing to the table?
Man, Joe was let me be honest for a second. Joe made dark-skinned dudes look bad. You know what I'm talking about? He made us look bad. Just we came out with that song like, I'm gonna do all the things your man won't do. Like that's not something us as the dark-skinned nation should be putting out to the world. You make us look desperate, brother. We don't need that.
So
we don't
you
need
say
that type of
he was making y'all look light-skinned?
Yeah.
Bro, because
like,
light
we
skin
don't
was
need that.
man.
Like, we supposed to be No.
Bro, light skin was in.
We don't need to put that energy out in the world. Nah, we don't need that. We don't need that energy.
So you ain't never used
like he's like
you ain't got no Joe in any of your playlists to like seal the deal or nothing like that. You never used the Joe song.
No, I did.
Your boy got you, right?
Yeah, no. I want to know was up there. Plus that joint I put on the playlist, More and More. Now, I will say this: that More and More joint was done by R. Kelly. That's an R. Kelly song that Joe flipped.
Yes, R. Kelly wrote a lot of hits for these cats, man.
Yeah, he did. But you know, it is what it is. I just didn't like that he was putting all that negative dark skin energy in there. I didn't like that at all.
Y'all needed something in the R&B world, and Joe put y'all on. Luther was doing his thing.
Like we were riding the high. We were riding the high of Wesley Snipes. He just took that shit all the way out the air. We don't need that energy in the world. Like Wesley put us on. Wesley made it cool to be dark skinned. We don't need you to be like okay, we do all this other shit too. We don't need that. We don't need that energy.
But y'all do
that. Keep that low.
Y'all don't do that? Y'all have to do that.
What?
Otherwise, all the light-skinned dudes would have took all the girls, and dark-skinned dudes didn't do that stuff.
I mean, yeah, but light-skinned dudes are known for that shit, not dark-skinned dudes.
So y'all trying to hide behind a stereotype, like y'all don't do stuff to please women. Y'all don't do the extra stuff. All the things the man won't do.
Oh yeah, we do. We most definitely do.
He was just letting women know that.
We don't need to broadcast that out into the air. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just fucking it up for everybody, Joe.
But did he?
Just come out here with it.
Did it fuck up your game?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my gosh.
He did. Listen, Joe's catalog. Listen to Joe's catalog. Joe's catalog is an angry ass dark skinned dude. That's what he is. Like, I'm gonna do all the things your man won't do. I want to know what turns you on. Oh yeah, I know when you cheat. You know why? Because you stutter. and I've been paying attention, girl. I know my heart broke. Man, get Joe out of here, man.
Hey,
I almost want to switch my vote and go for Tevin.
so you moved Joe on after all that?
I did. I did. I just didn't like the energy he was putting
Just
out.
sitting there just yelling. It's like yelling at it. I can't believe you did this. Why did you do that? Congratulations on your promotion.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead and take the rest of the day off. You was going in. I thought you moved Tevin on real quick. No. Like Tevin.
I
was
love
cool.
Tevin.
I love Tevin.
I do love Tevin.
I love Tevin, but he didn't have the staying power Joe did, man. Like Joe, I know I talked about him. His catalog didn't have nothing that I was hyped to hear.
Yep.
Tevin had, he got a couple New Jack Swing joints. Obviously, he has the internationally known Can We Talk? He was Powerline in Goofy Movie, Eye to Eye. Probably the hardest.
Yeah, that's right.
Hardest song in a Disney movie ever. Like I've never been so hyped as a kid in a Disney movie. But I also went with Joe. I moved Joe on. Tevin has been left behind.
Okay.
All right. So far we matching up. Now
Yep.
I want to hear what you got to say about this one down here, because I know you fucks with D'Angelo heavy.
Heavy.
Then you got your boy Kenneth Babyface Edmonds as his opponent. How did it look?
All right. First and foremost, let me start this with a disclaimer. Let me start this out with a disclaimer. I love Babyface. I applaud him as a songwriter. I applaud him as a singer. I applaud him as a producer. All of his work that he has done for the Black community. I love it.
But
there is a but in here. Listen. What D'Angelo brings to the table is unlike any other singer on this list. Any other singer on this list. Listen, I implore you to go back and take a hard listen to the Voodoo album. That album doesn't get enough recognition on how much it changed the game.
Kale said he already knows what you voted for.
It really does not. It really does not. The Voodoo album is up there. It is up there in terms of the message, the sonically how it comes across, and even his voice. Hands down, I put D'Angelo over on this. I really did. I really did. That is my upset.
Voodoo was
D'Angelo.
Voodoo was the backbreaker.
Voodoo, Brown Sugar is a hell of an album. It really is. I can play that album front to back, but Voodoo, in terms of what that album is and what that album did, there is in music, there's moments to where something shifts, and it's because of something someone put out. It's not enough recognition that you can get for it. Like, I would compare that to like rock and roll. Like, you know how when rock and roll first came out, like it wasn't like what Chuck Berry did for rock and roll. D'Angelo did that to Neo Soul.
Yes.
Neo Soul, I feel like, was born because of D'Angelo. And the type of music that came out after the Voodoo album is a direct influence of what D'Angelo did with the Voodoo album, because there was absolutely nothing like this out at that time. And then after him, then you started getting artists chasing that type of sound. And to this day, no one has come up with that formula. And he even dropped another one, Black Messiah, which I went back and listened to. He dropped that shit in 2014.
Yep.
It wasn't a commercially successful album, but an incredible album. D'Angelo is one of the most slept on artists ever. And the dude's a genius. Musically, a genius. D'Angelo won that.
One of my favorite artists of all time is Erykah Badu. I don't think Baduism happens if Brown Sugar does not happen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It probably happens, but not in the way that you think it. That album isn't commercially successful, right? Because of Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar is probably one of, if we're talking R&B, like without putting too much thought into it, I could say it's easily in my top 15 R&B albums all time, solidified somewhere in there. Brown
I
Sugar,
would agree.
Cruising,
Agree with you.
Lady, Me and These Dreaming Eyes of Mine. God, I mean, it's like I sing it front to back, like you said. With that being said, Babyface and his musical genius, like you, musically genius. The IQ of these two are nice. Babyface is beyond light years. Musically, I think anybody on this list. I want to say Brian McKnight was probably close by, because he did do some of the instruments and stuff for his beats, instruments and things like that. Babyface has had a hand in a lot of people's career. And I cannot deny the work that he has put in throughout the 90s. But like you said, if we just doing what we like and how we feel, I gotta go with D'Angelo alone. Based on, I mean, like vocally, like D'Angelo isn't like a powerful singer, but neither is Babyface. You know, they both got like this little light,
right?
Wispy,
they stay in their lane,
right? But what D'Angelo did with Brown Sugar, and just bringing like the drums and the heavy bass and the jazz, the smooth jazz kind of feel to it, you know. Like as young as I was, I knew that this shit was popping. You know, I didn't have to grow and appreciate jazz and this is a dude listening to Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying? Doggy's like Snoop Dogg and shit. And then this comes out. And I'm just like, oh shit. Heavy in my rotation. So, I love Babyface. I love everything he did. But I also moved D'Angelo on. 100% based off
I thought that was
going
to be an upset for me.
Based off of Brown Sugar. I mean, it may be an update for other people. He said he was smoking way too many Newports while he was singing.
Shit.
Yeah, wow.
Smoke them shits.
He was smoking that weed while he was singing, bro.
That's what hell yeah. Brown Sugar's about it.
The icky.
That's about that booty and that weed. Yeah. D'Angelo was high as hell when he made Brown
My brother
Sugar.
jumped in and asked if we got music on the thing. And I'm just, music's album I Just Want to Sing came out in 2000, so that's why he didn't make this list. Because music probably wouldn't happen if it wasn't for D'Angelo either, so. And
Dog, go back and listen to Voodoo. Listen to Voodoo. Like, just listen to that album.
Second.
Devil's.
I give
Yeah,
D'Angelo
the second
props.
album.
I give him props for that basic "How Does It Feel" video that pissed every man in the world off because the girls was looking at it like,
man,
why your abs don't form an arrow pointing to your shit, you know? It's like, shut up. Then the camera started zooming out. I was like, you better not. Camera, you better not. This ain't even BET Uncut. This is 106 in Park. What you doing? What you doing, camera? Girls just glued to the TV.
The girls ain't supposed to be getting this type of action? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, where's Adina Howard at? Why she ain't got a video like this? Where my video at? Nah, but I gotta give it to D'Angelo, man. All right, we're over on the left side now. Now shit about to get real. I think the safest one to start with is probably Luther and Bobby Brown. Or do you think that's
Luther and Bobby?
You want to start that one?
And this is where this particular thing is where I actually was like, man, you know what? Fuck this 90s shit. I'm gonna just go off the artists that I like. You know what I mean? And then because if you look at Bobby Brown, his albums or his best work was at the tail end of the 80s. He had no good work in the 90s. He really didn't. And unless you want to count New Edition, but as a solo artist, Bobby Brown didn't have any work in the 90s. He had Humping Around. I think that was like 92. That was it after that. And that surely would have disqualified him. And I don't want Bobby to go out like that. Same thing with Luther. Same thing with Luther. Luther had a string of albums in the 90s. And they were good songs. They were good songs on good albums. Great, not necessarily. So I had to go with the longevity over time argument and what their work was over time. And to me, this was a hands down Luther win.
I wanted Bobby to win.
To me.
I wanted Bobby to win. Luther woo for me too. I wanted Bobby to win because Luther really don't have shit for me to like dance to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like his
Luther had ballads. Luther was a ballad guy.
But like
Bobby, that the Don't Be Cruel album,
yes,
is.
I was so mad when I saw that shit was 88.
Hard.
I was so mad. I was like, 1988? No, Bobby. I needed that shit now. I needed that shit to drop in 90.
I was like, oh man,
if Don't Be Cruel
album is
in the
crazy
90s,
good.
Bobby would have moved on. But
my heart belongs to Tenderoni. She's my only lover. That was my shit.
Like all the dance moves. Hey, like all of that shit. That was me. I was ready to do that shit.
Hell yeah.
But then I looked and I was just like, what? Bobby? Aw. This album? Aw. What's going on? No.
But yeah, Luther over time, like if you look at Luther's one of the best singers ever.
He is.
Ever.
He is the definition of stay in your lane though.
He really is, because he knew his lane. He knew his lane and he stayed in
but
it.
You see these other artists that shit. Like when the New Jack movement started coming through, they started trying to get, hey, let me get like Jimmy Jam and Terry and get with, you know, Teddy Riley and get some of these things on my album to mix it up. Luther was just like, oh, you want a fast song? I'll give you Never Too Much, Never Too Much. Shit that my parents were dancing to, and I was just like, oh God, my parents like this song.
Hey, you know what? Luther was the sign that I needed to get my black ass up and clean the house on Saturday. So never too much coming on a Saturday was the sign. Like, you better get your black ass up, clean this house, and all you hear is snapping.
That's all. Yep. That's all you hear outside the door. You thought about it.
Yeah.
Thousand kisses from you. Yep. So Luther moved on. Now we get up to Brian McKnight and Genuine. How'd you feel on that one?
I am feeling. No, you're not in the video. I just got company.
Oh, okay. They got input?
So I'm feeling. No, they ain't got. I don't think Khan has input. Babe, you got any input over Brian McKnight and Genuine?
Brian fucking McKnight?
Oh, look, Kel was ready for this one. Kel was just like, y'all better not. Kel, you ain't afraid of pony? Well, Oh man.
Nah, this is relatively easy for me too. I went with Brian.
My man. I thought you was about to do some wild shit right now.
Hell no. No. I know my lane and I'm staying in it. But I will say the Bachelor album, and then 100% Genuine.
Yep.
Two incredible albums.
They are.
But over time, Brian McKnight won that easy.
Yep. So I would say, like you said,
Now, if you get like,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you broke up with around the time that Anytime came out, I know you was crying. And I know that was your song. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? I love her.
I still hear your voice driving me insane. How I wish that you would call to say.
Do I ever cross your mind?
You can't. Any Brian McKnight album, like you will find a song to make you sad. Like it's not your intent. Let me hold on. What I got, bro? One Last Cry on his first joint.
Watch these off and put them in.
Still in Love. And when eagles forget how to fly. And
which one?
Bro, that's Still in Love. Then he got Anytime.
Oh, the One Last Cry.
The Only One for Me. I was like, yo, I can't. Like Genuine is only here because of Timbaland. Let me just say that.
Yes. That Bachelor album.
Genuine is only here because of Timbaland.
And I went back and listened to it and I was like, yeah, I went back over it and I was like, yeah, Timbaland had a lot to do with this album.
Yes. Both of them.
He had a lot to do with that.
So Anxious.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Genuine
Anxious.
Too.
People only like that song because of the beat. Like when Kanye and
half that 100% Genuine is Timbaland.
Both his first two, Timbaland. First two albums, Timbaland, all on them. That's why they went 2 times platinum, because that was like 90's Timbaland when he was in his bag, you know? But,
yeah, Tim was in his, and he had, this was, so I think 100% Genuine was the last good Timbaland album, period. Because his creativity suffered after Aaliyah died.
Yep. And then Timbaland kind of was just like, I ain't gonna produce your whole album no more.
Right.
Then it was all his vocals, and he tried, you know. I mean, he had some hits. Like later on, like In Those Jeans, Stingy. I guess Hell Yeah with the Big Timers, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think what he had after these, but if you trying to say anything after 100% Genuine, you wild. But Brian McKnight easily won that one hands down. Now we get to Maxwell and Johnny Gill. Who you got?
I just want to say, this was another easy one. And I was almost biased because I went to a party a couple of weeks ago and people said I looked like Johnny Gill. I didn't know if that was a sign that I should vote for him or not, but I went with Maxwell. That was an easy one.
What? Son.
Dude, that was easy.
Explain yourself.
Maxwell over Johnny Gill? Are you serious? Do we really have to go here?
I am serious. What did Maxwell put out in
what
the
about
90s?
Johnny Gill make let me ask you, what about Johnny Gill makes you want to move him on? What
his
song?
body of work in the 90s. What
album?
Let me tell you, his first album in the 90s, right? Johnny Gill. I told you I love that New Jack Swing shit, right? He was with the New Jack Swing shit. He got My for the slow shit, you know.
The Provocative album.
No. Provocative didn't have My. Provocative had I Got You.
Oh, what album was that had
My?
My?
That was on the self-entitled Johnny Gill in the 90s. Johnny Gill sings better than Maxwell. 100%. Just vocally.
Johnny Gill does sing better than Maxwell. Can you watch my photo?
Better than Maxwell. Got better songs than Maxwell. Maxwell just got songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade to Maxwell. But Johnny got Maxwell, dog.
You think so?
Johnny got Maxwell.
Okay.
What songs?
All right. I can't argue with you.
What songs are you saying Maxwell has that are better than Johnny Gill shit?
I don't know. Fortunate, This Woman's Work, Don't Ever Wonder, Pretty Wings. And again, I'm looking at his whole catalog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was looking at this like 90s. Like, if this was like just better R&B artists as a whole, because he had Now in 2001, then he had Pretty Wings in 2009. So, like, if we were including all that, I think Maxwell is better because his sound evolved with me as I was growing up and shit. Because I didn't know anything about Johnny Gill's entire first album until I went to listen to that shit. And I was just like, Johnny can sing. Like, and this is the voice. This is one of the voices that was out when Keith Sweat was doing his shit. And I'm just like, how was Keith Sweat popular when people like Johnny Gill was singing? And your boy was in New Edition.
I feel that.
Because I wanted Maxwell to move on.
And he was also in LSD too.
I wanted Maxwell to move on because of his Unplugged album and because of Urban Swing Suite. Trust me. I wanted to. I wanted to put Johnny Gill's music on and be like, garbage. Get that out of here. But I couldn't. I could not.
I'll give you that, but I'm still going with Maxwell.
I feel you. So now here we go. Normally, I would say this would be an easy decision based off of music. And I'm going to just go ahead and say this. R. Kelly moves on. R. Kelly moves on so easy. It ain't even funny.
I told you you didn't see this coming until today. I told you, make it hard for me to not have R. Kelly winning this. I looked at this bracket and I was
God.
like, he's not making it hard for me for
You know
giving
what was
me a
supposed
case
to
for
make
him
it
not
hard
to
for
win.
you? You know what was supposed to make it hard for him to win? His legal shit. I wanted that shit to
What?
be on your mind.
It should have been. That should have been numero uno. But when I see Gerald Levert, and I love Gerald Levert, Love and Consequences is one of my favorite albums ever.
Yep.
It really is. It
Yep.
really is. I love Gerald Levert. I love LSG. The group was dope to me, even though they had Keith Sweat in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was dope. It was a dope concept. But if you're comparing, Gerald was not in the same lane as R. Kelly. You know what I mean? He really wasn't. It's an apples and oranges argument when it comes to these two.
I mean,
Gerald made great music, but it wasn't in the same. It wasn't
Gerald
in the
was
same
trying,
lane.
Gerald was trying to
as
make
R. Kelly.
nasty music. Gerald was trying to make them slow.
He tried.
So let me ask you this. Like, just listen to it vocally. Who do you think has the better voice?
Vocally, it's vocally.
Yes.
You could make a legit argument for Gerald Levert having a better vocal voice than R. Kelly.
Because I think
You could. You actually could.
I think R. Kelly is better. Like, Gerald Levert just has like that deeper, richer voice. R. Kelly's is like a higher,
Right.
you know. But I'ma just say the
Gerald's voice is like his dad's.
Yes.
But it's a nostalgic feel to what he was doing at that time with his music. He was like a modern version of what the OJs were.
You see the
when
comments?
the OJs were popping. I like R. Kelly, but come on, Levert. Listen, man, listen. Y'all gotta look at it without the lens of surviving R. Kelly on. Y'all gotta take those glasses off. Y'all gotta take them off. I bet if you play Bump and Grind right now, somebody's gonna be singing that shit. Or if you play My Body's Calling,
Bro,
someone's going to be singing
I'm
that
not
shit.
going. I'm
And
not
while
going
we
to.
on the subject,
Go ahead.
while we're on the subject, some of y'all in this group are probably products of R. Kelly's music. Let's just get that one out the way. If you're
Or-
not products of R. Kelly's music, then you made products to R. Kelly's music.
That was the follow-up. or you've made byproducts.
Yes, you have offspring running around right now as a direct result of filling on your booty. Let's just get that out the way. Y'all can't say that until y'all found this shit out, y'all was singing this man's music. I don't like what he did. I don't like what he did at all. That's
Kelly.
not why we're here today.
R. Kelly in the
He's
90s.
a horrible person.
In the 90s, musically, untouchable. Untouchable.
Yes.
Let me just... The Down Low, that whole movie video, incredible.
The video, yes.
Incredible. Like, I was watching that, like, he made a whole Marvel Cinematic Universe with that. Mr. Big, all that stuff. It spread over to Contagious. You know what I'm saying? What
Yep.
else? Oh,
Yep.
What else R. Kelly had? Where are my notes?
Kelly had Same Girl with Usher.
First of all, let me just say this. His first album was 12. His
Half
first
on a
solo
Baby.
album, 12 play, 6 times platinum, right? During the same time, your boy Levert dropped Groove On, that just went 1 times platinum. Then your boy followed that up with a 5 times platinum, and then an 8. The R. Kelly, the You Remind Me, Down Low, and I Can't Sleep Baby, like, I was just like, bro, talk about breakups, like I Can't Sleep Baby. I'm 14, 15, and I'm sitting there singing this song, breaking up with somebody, sad. You know what I'm saying? Upset. Then he got R with I Believe I Can Fly, which was every graduating class in 1999. That was their song. They had somebody sing.
People still say, I Believe I Can Fly.
Yes. When a woman's fed up, turn back the hands of time. You can't. His videos were epic. And bro. Then that's just 90s. We ain't talk about TP2.com. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talk like my man was on it musically.
You know what? R. Kelly started an album. An album. His first line to the album, TP2.com. The first line was hit it hard from the back, roll around to the front. And you knew babies were going to be made, children were going to be had, things were going to happen as a result of this album. 5:30 rolls around. It's daylight savings time. Creeping will be had. This album will be played in the background. Mothers will be gone and babies will be made.
Yes.
This is exactly how it happened with TP2.
Everything in my heart as a parent, as somebody who would like to think they have good morals, wanted me to get rid of R. Kelly right off the bat. But I went back and listened to the catalog. Well, I didn't listen to it. I just went and looked at Wikipedia because I'm trying not to get this dude streams. But the memories, dude, the memories of these songs, I was just like, oh my gosh. I can't let Gerald beat this dude. I can't. So.
Yeah, he can't lose to Gerald Levert.
The aura.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all wanted him to lose to Gerald Levert, but y'all can't even make this argument. Y'all can't.
The R moved on.
Like in my head, I was trying to make reasons. Like I went back and listened to Gerald. I was like, I just needed a reason. Give me one legitimate reason to have Gerald Levert win.
He said I went back to Gerald. Like, come on, Gerald, give me something, bro.
Come on, man.
Gerald, give me something. Gerald, you got like a soundtrack you was on? The fuck, man?
Give me something, man.
It ain't even matter what Gerald had, man. R. Kelly was in his motherfucking bag, bruh. All right, man. So, moving forward now, back on that side, we got Case versus Usher, Joe versus Babyface. So, for your Case and Usher, who you got?
Usher.
Same. That one went hard.
That was easy. Yeah, that one was easy.
Joe and D'Angelo.
D'Angelo won it for me. Listen, it's gonna be a tough argument.
Is it?
From here on out.
Oh, for that? Because
yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Like I said, Joe almost didn't get past Tevin for me in that first round. Just based on
Joe was hard anyway.
Right.
Like it was a hard argument for me anyway. But just the fact that Can We Talk for a Minute now stands as a stalker song, it was kind of hard for me to move Tevin along. That's one of his best songs.
Hold up. So you're bringing in Can We Talk? The meaning of Can We Talk being a stalker song. But now you know all of R. Kelly songs was probably talking about underage girls, and you move R. Kelly on?
I didn't make the rules.
And? Sadate? What was that? Punite? What do you want me to do? Bro, that's savage. Oh, shit. Yeah, I moved D'Angelo on too, man. D'Angelo moved on easy. Like I said, Joe was but his music was just he ain't had that knock and that bump and that new vibe that D'Angelo had.
Yeah.
D'Angelo was too motherfucking cool, man.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was too cool.
D'Angelo was cool.
Like, he was that dude that would sing his ass off, but I felt like if I got in a fight with him, he would fuck me up. You know what I'm saying?
True.
All right. So, Luther and Brian McKnight. I moved on Brian McKnight.
I had to go Brian McKnight on this one too.
Yeah. And it was just because, bro, my middle school and high school relationships were just always trash. So I always had a breakup that I needed a song to, and Brian had them for you. It was a rough go around until I met Apple. So every month I just put the Brian McKnight CD in and hit random, hit skip or shuffle. What you got for me today,
then
Brian?
I started back.
What you got for me today, Brian?
I can't do this to myself no more.
Every week I just come home, go in my room. My mom would be like, "Oh, here he go again." She don't love me. Boy, sit your little behind down somewhere. Talk about love. Like, she ain't understand me, man.
You don't even
My mom ain't understand my heart, bro. Like, I'm just like, but I love her. Boy, what you know about love? Y'all was going out for 2 weeks. She didn't care.
She broke my heart and I don't know what to do about it. Get your ass up, clean your room.
You done crying? Cause dinner ready. Yes. Oh man. But yeah, I went with Brian because he always had the song for me.
Yeah, I went with Brian too. I'm sorry, Luther.
Yep. We love you. Rest in peace, bro. But R. Kelly and Johnny Gill.
I went R. Kelly, man. I told you,
right.
you gotta make this hard for me.
Yeah, Maxwell there. You moved R. Kelly on. I as well moved on R. Kelly. I was trying to find something. Like, Johnny, you can sing and shit, but you ain't had that run at the end of I Can Fly. That run.
No, you don't.
Bro. That alone. To this day, I can't do that. Without passing the fuck out. R. Kelly moved on over Johnny Gill. I don't care how many times you say, my. Just can't do it.
And rub you the right way touch.
The feeling on your head when I hurt. Like, that'd make me want to run it, man. I love it. But nah, son.
No, that's it. That's it.
He said that's it. That's good for like a Zumba class or something. All right, everybody, let's start the warm-up.
That was it. That's all he had.
But R has to move on. Aura moved on.
Yes.
So, Usher and D'Angelo. Who you got?
As much as I love D'Angelo, I had to put Usher over.
Yeah, I was about to say it because you included 8701 on your shit.
Yeah. As much as I love him, I gotta get.
This one was hard for me because I was trying to stick to the 90s criteria. And like I said, My Way was dope. D'Angelo or Brown Sugar and Voodoo was dope. But I think Usher, I don't know. Like, I just felt Usher more than D'Angelo. Like I felt, because I think during this time, D'Angelo was kind of like messing with Angie Stone and like some kind of drugs were involved, and then he started falling off. And then Usher was still like climbing, you know? His whole that My Way album was probably like my whole junior year was bumping.
D'Angelo had a kid. D'Angelo had a kid with Angie Stone, but Usher was like right at the beginning of his scandal, cheating on Chili.
Oh.
So that whole Confessions album was like, oh my God.
First of all, let me just say, Chili. I don't want to speak ill on the girl. but Usher deserved better. Usher deserved better. Like Chili's cool, I'm assuming. I don't know. Chili's cool. I don't know why people were like spasming like when they were together and making it seem like Chili was like fine as hell, you know? She's alright. She wasn't even the cutest one in her group, to me. But I think Usher's trajectory made me pick him to win because he was getting in his bag. He hit that Nice and Slow, You Make Me Wanna, My Way, Slow. I'm just like, bro, that whole album was on point. And that he was with JD. That's when JD was in his bag. Yo. You wonder why your girl keep coming to see me? Cause I do what I do and you do what you do, huh? Like, calm down, JD. We get it. Usher, where are you at? I do any and everything. Won't do. Ooh. Yep. Nice and Slow, yeah. Cause to this day, you mess around and you just be having a random conversation and you be like 7 o'clock. I bet somebody in that group will be like, on the dot. I'm in my drop top. Yep. I'm in my drop top. You can't say meet anywhere. You can't say anything about 7 o'clock without somebody finishing that whole line. And I will test that throughout the day tomorrow. I'll see what happens. I'll be like, yeah, so we're gonna start at 7 o'clock.
You will be right.
And somebody's gonna be like, on the dot in my drop top. Be like, aha. So I love D'Angelo. I haven't heard the Black Messiah one. You said he came out with later, but I might check that out. But Usher moves on, man. I got Usher in the final. All right. So now I have Brian McKnight and R. Kelly, and I think you got the same.
Yes.
So what you got?
I'm going R. Kelly.
He going strong, huh?
Yeah, I'm going R. Kelly. Listen, man, it's gonna be hard for me to make an argument against R. Kelly. It really is. Despite every horrible act that man has done, I know it's ridiculous, it's horrible, and I don't support him. I don't support him now. But if we're putting his music up against anybody, sorry. It's like you're also talking to a guy that thinks Chris Benoit's wrestling career shouldn't be counted against the horrible shit that he did to his family. So this is the type of person that I am.
Right.
His achievements in and out of what he's done, that doesn't diminish the shit that he's done musically. You know what I mean? The person that he is horrible. There's a lot of fucked up people out here doing wonderful shit. So there's that too. His music was great. And I gotta hold that into account.
You bring up good points, man, by just trying to look at the music. But Brian was just there for me, man. Brian was there. R. Kelly was living his life, man. His shit was going great for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, his shit was too upbeat. My life was in like I said, my romantic life in high school till I met Apple was just, bro, everybody just gonna cheat on your boy. Like, everybody, like, nobody loved me for me. Just get home. Sing something for me, Brian. Sing something to soothe my soul.
What am I doing wrong?
I need my comfort food. Oh, man. Back at one. Anytime. It's been 6 months, 8 days, 12 hours since you went away. Oh my gosh. He has too many of them songs that just speak to a point. That. He has too many songs that speak to me. R. Kelly, like, I love what he did, but like on a personal level, like Brian spoke to me, man. So I got Brian McKnight and Usher in my finals. Now you got R. Kelly.
Brian McKnight and Usher.
All right.
Yes. I have. Excuse me.
Bless you. Coronavirus.
I have. Yeah, it is. That Rona. I have R. Kelly and Usher in my finals.
Yep. So
and here is where the R. Kelly run stops.
Oh.
I finally had a reason.
Oh.
I finally had a reason to get rid of him. Y'all made me work it all the way to the finals. I finally have a reason to get rid of him. And that was Usher.
Usher surpassed R. Kelly in your mind.
Yes.
Now, because you included Usher's 8701, are you taking into account TP2.com as well?
Yes.
Oh! Okay. What?
Like, and this is me looking at the whole catalog. Okay. Usher's catalog is as impressive as R. Kelly's. It really is.
Yes.
I just needed a reason. I needed a reason. Give me one good reason why I can get rid of R. Kelly. Usher was the reason.
Yeah.
He put out quality music. Confessions is up there as one of the greatest R&B albums ever.
I know. I was so blinded by its greatness, I almost just was like, take 90s off this and put male solo R&B. To take everything in consideration.
Right?
Because Confessions, bro. I was just like, this motherfucker singing some shit. Usher singing some shit.
Man. He putting life in there.
Is that the joint
he
that
putting
had
his
my
whole
boo
life on the record.
That's the one that had my boo on it, right?
Yeah, that was the one that had My Boo, Seductive, Confessions 1 and 2, Superstar.
Super bottles for shattered their backseat by the whole bottle.
Hell yeah.
Are you a bad girl? Oh my gosh. Whew. Usher was hard.
Yeah, that album was incredible.
He was. I got Usher and Brian McKnight. And if I was going off of your...
Oh, you have winner.
If I was going off of your criteria, looking at full catalog, there's no way Brian McKnight beats Usher. It can't happen. Brian McKnight, I know he released some music in the 2000s and stuff, but it was nowhere near where Usher shit was at that time at all. Because Brian McKnight is kind of stay in his lane type of person. Music was getting more for the club and stuff, and Brian McKnight just don't have the voice for club music. But sticking to just the 90s, I had Brian McKnight beating Usher based on just the 90s shit. And I think a lot of it... I'm saying, based on 90s material. 90s. 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 based on 90s material, Brian McKnight he has more hits, more charted hits, sold more records. Granted, he put out 4 albums to Usher's 2.
Right.
But little known thing that kind of pushed it over the top. He had that Bethlehem album. It was a Christmas album, but he had that song with Boyz II Men, Let It Snow. I can't not rock with Let It Snow. I can't. I'm living in Arizona, and that song came on, and I started singing it, and I went outside in 110-degree heat mad. I could never sing that song here. Fuck. Shit. Sorry for cussing. I know I'm on the speakerphone for you. Kid's like, who's so mad on the phone?
I'm about to move anyway. We good. Good.
Yeah, I got Brian McKnight beating Usher in my Sweet 16 for the 90s.
Okay.
And you had Usher beating R. Kelly. So it's good to see the bad guy didn't
Yes.
win. No, I'm playing. You had me nervous, though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I told you I just needed a reason. I needed one good reason.
Facts. Now let me see.
And everybody else before that wasn't gonna do it for me. I'm sorry. I love all of them as artists, but that shit wasn't gonna work.
So the only person that would have, like, if R. Kelly and Usher were like head to head, that's the only way he would have vanished.
Yeah, R. Kelly and Usher in the first round, I would have put R. Kelly out the first round, or even R. Kelly D'Angelo first round. I would have put him out. I just needed a reason.
I feel you.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. You one. Man in the month. What is this, Kimberly? Is that what is that, a germ? Oh, from him sneezing and shit. Yo, so while we're waiting for him to come back, another joint I want to talk about is where's that one at? One that I didn't think was gonna get a lot of traffic, but I'm glad that it did. Let's see if I can have it come up real quick. Was this yeah, we some clowns in here, man. So let me go ahead and screen share this for y'all. You got that Rona.
All right, I'm back.
Yo, so I was about to share probably one of the best joints that I didn't think was gonna take off like it did, but I'm glad
What's
it did.
that?
This joint right here.
Oh yeah.
the number of people who jumped in on this, I was shocked. Like, I jumped in there to give it some gas, because like when my homeboy Aaron threw that in there, I was just like, I don't know if people gonna just jump and take the picture like that, but I was sitting there, I had a Coke Zero in my hand, I was like, let me do something right quick, get the feet wet. And then I messed around and my phone just kept vroom, vroom, vroom. I'm just like, who the fuck is... Everybody jumped in that joint. I'm trying to find yours. Because you did one, right? I think you did yours later. There it is. Yo, you had the mean flash on your shit, bruh. Oh, I don't have yours. I think you're muted or your mic's off or something. Yeah, I don't hear you at all. Nope. Do the test your audio at the.
What about?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the headset.
Oh. Bro, that flash was mean though. Where'd you get that car? Is that your Amani's car? Or his truck?
So that car is actually it's a gag for my wife. So I've been telling this woman I want a fucking truck for the longest. I need one.
Right.
So she bought me a truck, and this piece of shit. I love it though.
Hold up. Did she hit you? It was like, I got you a truck, and you was like turned up?
No, let me tell you what they did. So they blindfolded me, and then they walked me outside, and they was like, "We got a surprise for you." And so they walked me over there, and they were like, they looked at they was like, they opened my eyes. They were like, "Surprise!" And I was like, "Ain't shit out here." And they were like, "Look down." And I was like, "I hate you all." This shit ain't funny, man.
I hate you all. Yo, shout out to Khan. That's hilarious. My soul would have been so hurt, bro.
Bro, I was hurt. It was like, "How do you like their new truck?"
Bro,
I was like, "Oh, y'all think this funny,
like
huh?
this?
I'm gonna stop paying and the bills around this motherfucker. Y'all keep playing with me."
Y'all like homes? I got a surprise for you. We ain't got one.
Yeah. How about that hot water? Sorry, no water today.
Psych.
Surprise.
Oh man. Yo. But yeah, so shout out to everybody who jumped in on that photo joint, because I was not expecting so many people to jump. Look at Iris with her kid. Y'all was doing the most. Shout out to y'all for that, man.
The absolute most.
Let me see. What else you wanna chat about? I think.
Oh, here's something we could talk about.
Yeah.
In a little bit. Let's backtrack to last week.
Okay.
I need to update the one gotta go situation. In light of what was shared
Hold on.
on a Red Table Talk today.
Here you go. So you watched
We
it?
gotta update it.
Did
We
you
gotta
watch
update it. Will gotta go, man. I watched it.
The whole thing? Because I was gonna watch it after
The whole
this.
thing.
Give me.
It's not long.
What
It's
happened?
not a long one. It's like 10 minutes long.
It's a
really
10-minute
not
Red
long.
Table?
But yeah. Let me
Did Will say
tell
anything?
you. Let me tell you.
Did Will
Because
say
Jada
anything?
threw it all out on the line. That's why it was so short.
Will didn't say anything?
Will narrated it. He was there. He was like, you know, we ride together, we die together, bad marriage for life. Some shit like that.
Bad boys for life.
But some shit like that. Bro, he was
I saw
He was
I saw
wild.
a still.
It
I saw
was
a
wild.
still of his face, and the meme was Jada had Will reenact the Pursuit of Happiness face.
Definitely. Definitely,
He cried?
sir. Yo, no, he didn't cry. He
was
didn't
about
cry,
to,
but it was just wild to see it. You know what I mean? Like, so like, she comes out and she says like what August Alsina was saying happened, but she did like you know when a dude get caught, he try to subside that shit a little bit, not make it as bad as what it seemed. She was the dude that got caught in the relationship. This is how she explained it. She was like, yeah, so we decided that we were gonna take a break, and I got into an entanglement with August. And Will was like, what? Entanglement? That's what she said, entanglement.
Like y'all got stuck in a net, or what the fuck?
Yeah. An entanglement, like what? What the fuck is an entanglement? Yeah, we were in an entanglement. He was like, you mean a relationship? And she was like, yeah, a relationship.
Will said
we were
that?
in a relationship. So she confirms this. Yeah, Will was like, for real, entanglement, this the shit you go use, this the word you gonna say? Like entanglement? Like it's what you expect. It's what you expect the dude to say to a woman that cheated on him. You know what I mean? Like she was like, it was just a for real. You ain't gonna tell him you fucked him. You ain't gonna say that.
Right.
You ain't gonna say. Just say it. Just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
We was having problems. You went to him, and y'all had an affair. That's exactly what happened. But she was like, it was an entanglement. And I'm like, for real? So it leads me to believe, like, Will didn't deny that him and August had a conversation about it either. He really did. But I think Will at that point was just like, fuck it, it is what it is. But I also think that Will is playing the long game. Will is like, if this shit happens, you know why. You know what I mean? if I step out, you know why. No. We are now in an open relationship. You can't tell me shit. You can't tell me shit.
Bro.
So yeah, so she basically confirmed.
Entanglement. I guess that because there was another meme where somebody took the cover of the Disney joint, Tangled, and put the faces of Will, Jada, and August on it, and then put entanglement. I was just like, I don't get what that means. But then would you just say we got it entangled, or I need to see this.
We were in an entanglement.
I need to see this. So I mean, it was just that
like
short.
It's perfect because. No, go ahead.
So it's just that short. It wasn't like, like Will ain't asked no follow-up questions.
He didn't, because the way they said it was like it happened years ago, but it's just now getting brought out to the light. You know what I mean? And like they already over it. They're over it. They've moved on.
Will forgave her at the end. He was like, "It's all good. You're forgiven."
Well, it sounds like he had already forgiven her. But in my head, I think that Will, if you watch the movie Focus, he put some D on Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
You can't deny that shit now, especially now with this story coming out. Like when the movie came out, I was like, because when that movie came out, that was around the time that Data was spotted out with August Alsina, because August Alsina was kind of hot at that time. And like they were spotted out in pictures and not giving a fuck, you know what I mean? And Will was in that movie. You could have swore something was going on. Like even when they were promoting them, like these were a little too friendly. You know what I mean? So I really do think like he threw some revenge D on her. Like she caught all that backlash and probably
think Will
enjoyed every second of it.
Will knew about August already and was just like, well, I'm gonna just be with Margot real quick.
I'm doing it. All my love scenes about to be real.
Oh no, Jada.
But somebody put the story out like was that
you putting Denzel back on your list and taking Will off now?
Yeah, I got to take Will off. He got to go. He got to go. I'm sorry, Will. You can't be I mean, I like that he's playing the long game. You know what I mean? But Nah.
You wanted to
Me
see
personally,
initial emotion. The fuck you mean you
Nah.
smash this dude?
like he was like even when it was getting like talked about, he was cool. You know what I mean? Like Will was way too cool. Now, I love. Listen, I love that he stands by his wife. I love that as a married person. Like you should. You know what I mean? You should. However, there's going to be caveats from here on out to what needs to happen. Dick now drives this relationship. We have to be clear. We have to be clear on this. Dick is now driving this relationship. You don't drive it no more. We going where I say we go. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like you have, because you've already proven that I shouldn't be trusted. You know what I mean?
Oh my
like,
God.
And honestly, any woman that's cool about that shit, go fuck yourselves. I'm gonna say it right there, because if a man was to do that shit and a woman stay with him, then they'd be bashing the shit out the man and the woman. You know what I mean? So we gotta have it both ways. Yeah, it's cool. I like that he stands by her and all that wonderful shit. That's good for them. But for me, nah. I love you, but I can also love you from a distance. You know what I mean? I ain't playing. Because if it happened and you got caught with it, that means it's probably happened way too many times before and I didn't even know about it. Because women are excellent cheaters.
I can't. An entanglement. Like, don't try to church this shit up. We got in this weird.
Bro, like she was for real. She was for real.
That it.
Like.
So let me ask you this.
What the fuck? This ain't no.
Let me ask you this.
This ain't no.
Do you think
$10 you took out the bank, motherfucker? This is a motherfucker bomb.
Oh shit. So do you think that this is going to hurt Jada's reputation moving? Like, do you think the red table talk is not going to be as popular anymore because people be like, damn, Jada, you foul?
No.
Because she was on that show for a while telling people, like when Snoop was on there, you can't call her that. When you said that, I imagined you calling me that. My daughter that. My mother that. When he called Robin Givens a dog-faced, a dog-faced bitch. Then he went on the red table talk and they guilted him into apologizing. And now she out here like this? Did Snoop tweet anything? You on Twitter? What did Snoop do?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Y'all mind? I'm gonna say it.
Man, you know what you are? Are you? Can I say it? Can I say it? I'm like, who in the room with you, Snoop? Snoop, who in the room with you? You gonna say it anyway?
Oh,
no, she
shit.
be on that show just trying to talk to people, like tell Aisha. Remember Aisha Curry was on there and she was like, I get mad because I don't get attention from other people and you don't need to because this. I'm like, you, Jada, you cheating. you got the cheat code. It doesn't matter if you're not getting it because I'm getting it from other people. Like, what do you do? Jada. Anyway, oh man. So he's off your list because of that. I can respect that.
Wholeheartedly, he's gone.
I mean, I can't see Will Smith making a scene anyway. Unless he's in a movie and he started doing that yelling stuff that he does in movies.
Yeah, the one-liners. I mean, but that don't...
You don't do that to me! You don't... That Will Smith yell he be doing. Like, what was that in Independence Day where he kicked that alien? because he had to drag him across. I'm missing a cookout because of you. Like if Will had snapped like that on Red Table, I'd be like, yo, man, it's going down. It's going down.
He didn't though. And you know what? Like part of me wanted him to do it, but that's not Will. You know what I mean? Like even when like I wanted him to be petty, right. Pretty much. I really did want him. He wasn't. You know what I mean? And I needed you to be petty for dudes everywhere. You know what I mean? I needed that. I needed to see it because men don't.
We don't get the opportunity.
That. You know what I mean? They don't
don't get that opportunity.
Nah, you don't get the opportunity to get that. You don't.
It was like if this was Yu-Gi-Oh! And you put down a trap card, and then the person goes and be like, haha, you just activated my trap card. Now I get to do all this other shit. But
right. Like I needed that. Like I needed him to be as petty as possible.
Nah, he's Will Smith.
He did you?
He's Will Smith. Like you said, long game. He's like, you know, if I hold my cool here and stand by her, like, you know, Hollywood will be like, yeah, this is a outstanding dude, you know? If we would have lost his shit,
right?
Then you'd be in the category of Omar Epps, you know? Trash.
He's human. But he was a little too cool about it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, that's on camera though.
Like way too cool. It probably is, and who knows? Way back then, when it actually happened,
like when August had that interview, he probably spazzed out. You can't keep this little boy to keep his mouth shut.
Still spazzing. Yeah, I know he still spazzing.
Jada, you can't tell this little boy keep his mouth shut. Ah! Some random yell that he does from Bad Boys.
I told you stop turning these little boys out. Yeah. From now on, they gotta be
this dude with longer hair.
30 and over. You can't just be, yeah, right? You can't just be walking up in here like turning these little boys out, man. They too young. They ain't never had nothing like that.
And like August, he's famous still, right? So it's not like he can't.
Yeah.
Find another girl. I don't know.
But you know what? I got to give August a lot of credit. Like, he stuck to his guns. He did. Yo, August was like, I smashed. And they was like, man, quit lying. He was like, listen, man, I smashed. I'm going to tell you how I smashed. I did it. This happened. I talked to Will. Will was cool with it. He stuck to it. He stuck to his story. He was not going out like no sucker.
Did Will admit that he talked to August?
He didn't confirm it, but he confirmed they had a conversation. You know what I mean? He knew that Will knew what was going on.
He probably just mad at Jada.
And that's why he's not.
He wasn't supposed to say shit, Jada.
Yeah. Nah, he probably.
Why
he
your
wasn't.
little boy saying shit?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Will.
I love you, Will, but.
I wonder if Jordan Lucas going to change his song now. Jordan Lucas be like, re-release of ADHD, Will is off.
Yep, it's done.
It's no longer available to stream. Take that remix off too. I don't need you rapping on there. You say you look up to me? Nope. Yeah. Not anymore. Oh man, real quick before we go, if you guys haven't seen, I should have just pinned the link in the comment, but we have a design that is live over on Custom Ink. It's one of the designs that we were talking about. It's just embrace debate. All the profits and stuff from that will go to the program. getting us better equipment, stuff like that to present a better show. And then also we want to start doing like contests and giveaways and things like that for the people who interact and with the group and stuff. So it's only $20. Let me see. It says Embrace Debate on that side. Flip it on the back. It's the logo right there. So feel free. You see the sizes from youth extra small. I don't know who wearing that, but if that's your size, we got it. It's up there for another 27 days. So again, just click the link. It's actually, or if you just go to custominc.com fundraising and then just type welcome to the smoke pit, it should take you there. So that's what we got going on. And then I'm about to say next September. This September, like my man Black was saying, it's we will probably be doing a live smoke pit in the same area with guest galore. So expect all the hilarity.
This is about to be. You may get every way. You probably will get every show on the Dat Feeling Podcast Network with everybody on it. Yes. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be some dopeness happening in September. So so stay tuned.
Speaking on that, follow. If you're not already on IG following Dat Feeling Podcast Network, also follow Dat Feeling. You can follow my man Black Mac. You can follow me, Mac and K, your boy. We're gonna have live videos behind the scenes. A good friend of ours, the General Mark Sox, and who is it, Clint? They got their joint coming out.
Clint Taylor.
Yep. Release party. It's going to be fun. You're going to get some behind the scenes exclusive stuff, some stuff behind the scenes, look at stuff that's going to be on the Patreon only. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it locked. Follow us and you'll get all that good that good stuff, man. Like I promise you, the stuff that is coming up is going to be amazing. Like I'm proud to be a part of it. I'm glad my man here, Black, invited me onto the crew. To help, this happen. So appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you for coming along, man. You've been a tremendous help on the podcast, on the network, and everything that you're doing. And even within this group itself, man, like, dog, it's crazy. Now we got 2 more people that we got to get over here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Bring your asses over here.
Yep. We about to tag y'all in the next
talk
one.
About this
y'all
together.
Say shit.
It's happening.
One of them.
It's happening. It's happening now.
Has been promising the return of his podcast since last month, but I ain't gonna say no names. I just been waiting for this podcast to come back. Why? Anyway, what other news you got for him before we cut out for the night, man?
So of course the Patreon. I said that we were doing the Patreon, and actually, if you want to subscribe now, it's actually open for subscription. There's a $3 that will get you ad-free podcasts. There's a couple of podcasts on there right now that are ad-free. There's actually one episode of a brand new podcast that we have out on the network that hasn't made its way to the actual network to the public yet. So you can subscribe, go get your ad-free podcasts. Eventually there'll be videos, and there's going to be a plethora of shit going on Patreon. Once we figure it out, once we sit down and really hash out what we want to put on there. But Patreon is probably going to be our drive. What's that?
I still think once we kind of get our shit in the same sock, a bonus episode of Smoke Pit exclusive to Patreon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you get bonus us.
You'll be getting
bonus jokes.
Yeah, you'll be getting a lot of good content. So yeah, stay tuned, stay locked in. Thank you guys for following us. Thank you guys for supporting us. Y'all really don't know how much this group means. You know what I mean? It really does mean a lot.
Yeah.
So just to see it grow, I'm actually thinking about doing something for the actual. I said we're at 500 earlier, but we're more like 430 or something like that. I'm actually thinking about doing something for 500 member. You know what I mean? I think that
500?
deserves a celebration. Yeah. So like whoever brings the 500th member in, if you invite them and they get in, then a few of them get something. I want to think of something because that is something that we should celebrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think so.
Something like that.
What you guys think we should give? What giveaway or contest or something? I'm just feeling like I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I like.
We should celebrate that.
I like it. Turn up. Cool. So yeah, that's all we got going on, man. Like I'm saying, big moves are coming, and we'll keep you guys in the loop. If anything new changes, anything big coming, y'all will be the first to know. We'll post it here in the group. Any links to anything that we got going on, we'll post it here in the group. And one last thing, if you guys have a business, a side hustle, anything that you're trying to grow, your own site, your own podcast, feel free to share it in here. Because I feel like everybody in here is family. We'd love to support you. We'd love to do what we can to help what you got growing, because you guys are doing everything you can to help us grow. So we just want to return this favor to you guys. So don't be afraid to post that in here. I don't think anybody's coming. Somebody said free shirt. Apple, you already got a shirt on the way. Calm down. But yeah, we could give a free shirt to I guess when the 500th member joins, because we could go in there and click to see member and see who invited them in. Throw a free shirt their way or something like that. I'm down. I'll do it. That sounds good. So free shirt, we'll do that. I think that's it. Oh, you know what we could do also? With the Patreon, like if you're in there, we'll just select a random Patreon subscriber, and they could be a live guest in the Zoom with us for the smoke pit.
Oh yeah.
I like that. See?
Yeah.
Free shirt and a guest appearance on the fastest growing podcast on Facebook right now. No, I'm playing. We'll get there one day. But like I said, we just love to cut it up with y'all. We like interacting with you guys in the group. We'd love to have you here in the Zoom as well. So just stay tuned. Like I said, we're doing a lot of good things, and I can't wait. You got anything else?
Definitely. Nah, man. Y'all have a good weekend. Thank y'all for rocking with us again this week, and tune in.
Oh, next week. What you got for them next week, Matt?
Oh, I'll post it. But
you did?
it's a bracket that I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love. And by love, I mean you're absolutely going to hate it.
And we'll have a special guest next week because I gave him a sneak peek of the bracket. And your boy is it's Jedi. He was just like,
who's that?
Oh, y'all got superheroes? Oh, y'all got superheroes? Oh, we in here. So yeah, me and him will be over here. You'll be over there, and we'll chop it up. But it's gonna be a good one.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, it is.
Now we're finally done for real. All right, signing off. Thank you for joining us. This is Mac, aka your boy.
And this is Bread Like a King. This is Kelvin Cayley. Have a good night.
Y'all take care. Peace.
About to be on my way, but who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? Is it any hoes yet? Who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? Cause I ain't seen no post about it. Who all over there? Who all over there? Who all over there? What's the drink situation? Who all over there? You know I don't mess with everybody. Who all over there? Wanted to be a huckster boy like